Greetings. Welcome once again to Our Shadow Side of the World. Goth Tarot, a weekly reading for the collective that hopes to embrace the darkness by understanding what is the shadow in our lives, what shadow aspects work on us, whether we acknowledge them or not, what we can do to be on the better side of all that. Sounds kind of scary? Not really. So let's just get down to it. So we pull a series of cards from several decks and we explore the dark themes in your life and what that means. Our first card is the Dark Gift. Your dark gift this week. What insights or wisdoms do your dark philosophies give you? What revelations of life and death will you appreciate? What darkness can you share with others? And I have pulled the reverse Six of Wands. The dark gift this week for you is that you have no victory this week. You have no ability to face a certain challenge and come out on top. This is not saying you should retreat. This is just saying you should understand that. If you know what this means, if there is a particular task or project or enterprise, competition, you should be aware that maybe this is not where your talents could best be exploited. So not a card of unvictory, but a card of saying perhaps the kind of skills and talents you are able to utilize are best used on something different. So now, what are your dark struggles this week? What challenges or limitations may give you insights into yours or others' darkness? What lessons can you learn from your burdens or obstacles or the obsessions you might find? So you have the Nine of Cups, reversed, and you have the Ace of Cups reversed. And I'm just going to say that a lot of times these sort of cup cards will appear in the same reading. Maybe not exactly the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups, but it might be the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups. And so they signify some emotional situations, perhaps, or some really heartfelt kind of ideas or concepts. So your dark struggles this week really relate to the fact that you fully can realize you're not getting your wish. Your wish may be tied up in something more romantic or something certainly heartfelt. I'm almost curious if maybe this is saying there's an obsession that you should just let go. But maybe whatever that is, you could get an insight from that. So maybe you want to review those things you wanted the most that maybe have become obsessive with you. And by realizing that this is also your limitation, if not your challenge, what can you do to learn from that? So now we're going to go to our final 3 cards. Your dark truth, your dark sacrifice, and your dark redemption. Your dark truth this week. What reality seems oppressive, yet insightful? The 3 of Pentacles, and it's upright. I think there are expectations on us, on you, to be the best, to be the most skilled. And there's a reward in that too. And many of us may gravitate towards that because that's just our society. It tends to be more merit-based than human-related. And so it makes us compete with each other. And so it may be that you have come to realize that with this card, the 3 of Pentacles. And that although you too realize you did not make the machine, but maybe you have to run it, you can still find ways to appreciate the freedom that will always be within your mind and heart. Card 5, your dark sacrifice this week. What sorrow will you bear? And how will that make you judge yourself? And we have an appropriate card. The 5 of Cups, upright. And I think many of us have a realization that so much has been lost from us, whether it's in this last year and all that happened with the pandemic, or whether it is really more unique experiences. We all feel we've suffered some great loss over a period of time now. It is important that we remember to realize it is okay to leave some things behind when they really are badly aspected for us. In many ways, we've learned very depressive truths about people we considered friends, and now we realize we don't understand them at all. So I think it's important to bear that as well as you can, because like the previous card mentioned, we may not have built the machine, but we have to run it. We have to be there. The other part of the cards suggest that no matter what we do lose, there are things we may drift from in darkness or in light. But if we turn and look for them, they are still there, and we can encourage them to come forward with us. So now finally, card 5. What is your dark redemption this week? What is your final realization, and what will you have learned from it? And of course, even a goth like me knows that sometimes there is light and darkness, just as there is darkness and light. And so we end with the King of Cups, upright. And I think we have to all remember that inner darkness aside, we're all creatures of soul and magic. And we all have a warmth and a light and a desire to love or be loved. I am speaking generally, broadly. But for those who may feel this is too inclusive, remember that if you have been suffering your own sacred wound in your heart, sacred wound of your soul, you can find your own redemption inside. You don't need someone else to validate you. You can be your own King of Cups. Be benevolent to yourself if no one else. Be the counselor of your own heart and desire. So I thank you for watching Goth Tarot this week, and I truly hope that something valid was realized in this set of cards. I thought it was quite a reading, to be totally honest with you. So I appreciate sharing that with you, and I appreciate any likes, comments, shares, subscriptions to the channel. I'll see you next week.
Don't forget to watch Banshees, Material Matters, and my show, Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges.